Okay, it's pretty rare that I do a before boxing up video or before being picked up video, but I thought this one was worth just doing a final goodbye video to. And most of you know we've had two full lineups of the Stoner. I've still got a fair bit of Stoner gear, don't get me wrong. I've kept a few things for myself, of course, but this is probably, if I was going to keep a lineup, this is the one that really, probably I've used and enjoyed the most. This actually has been a really nice setup. It's the Stoner radio with the meter console and the clock station console, which has like a phone patch in them as well. The speaker, the Crow, the station monitor, they're absolutely brilliant, and definitely not easy to get a lot of these bits. And look, I'm not going to kid you. Both these lineups have sold for in excess of a lot of money. They're not cheap. Unfortunately, I'm sort of going to have to respect both buyers, to be honest, but in particular this particular buyer, because he has bought a few bits off me, and he's a very private collector and certainly loves his gear, no question about that. But look at the quality. I mean, this, and the condition, I suppose, is more the quality really is when you fire it all up and get a bit of time to have a bit of a play, because that's when the true enjoyment comes. As much as looking at this stuff, it's all very nice, and I've got a lot of things to look at out in the buildings. Using it, well, that's really where it becomes. Look how long that whole lineup goes. When I stand back, hard to believe that's a CB lineup. It is monstrous, which is good. It really, and the thing is that each part interacts with the other, so it's a really nice setup. So, same customer, and I know we said to a lot of you that we weren't sure whether we're going to sell this. I was really not sure, but anyone that's been here recently sees what a mammoth task we've got, and I'm only keeping personal bits, some bits for myself personally. I was either going to keep this or the SBE Console 6, and anyone who knows me well knows I'm an SBE Console 6 absolute lover. The one I got from South Africa from my good friend down there, David, that'll sort of stay in our collection, and the SBE Sidebander that was like new in the box, that thing, Sidebander 6. This was the one that came from the UK, guys. This and service manual, etc., etc. This was incredible, and we've got a little bit of dust on at the moment. We just need to get a bit of dust and clean that off. Actually, I might do that now. I'm not really happy with that. Hang on. Sorry about that. And actually, that is a point too. A lot of my stuff's sitting around at the moment. It is accumulating dust. It literally, we say that, your gear's accumulating dust, but this literally is. This was the one that had the mid-high, like standard 40 here, which was pretty much Australian use. High, which would give you 40 to 80 from memory. Sorry, no, I've got this wrong. Let's start again with that. Mid was standard. Yeah, no, I've got this completely wrong. Mid was standard, 40 channels. High was 40 to 80. And when I put my glasses on properly here, UK 40 is obviously the UK. They have some very strange frequencies they use up in the high 27 meg area, which are here in Australia, and this guy is a collector for, he's not even looking to use these, he's going part of a much bigger collection, but yes, this radio can't be used as a transmitter based on the type approval. You've got the Roger bleep, and as you can see, look, all been set up. See, things like the 10kc won't comply in Australia, talkback, etc. Echo probably complies, but oh dear. But that was always a beautiful setup. Now the guy in the UK that did these even comes with the little Cobra power mic-y looking thing. I call them power mics, but they may just be a Cobra mic actually. Anyway, certainly got enough gain this radio. But this was done by a chap in the UK who I just had to have it back quite a few years back, and I can tell you now I didn't sell it for as much as what it cost me to get over here, but I did sell it to somebody that I know that's going part of a collection, and certainly that one I sort of felt some pain on in a dollar's sense, but not from the sense of knowing that it's going to the right place. But to be very fair to that same buyer, he paid incredibly fair money for this here too. So I felt like it was a matter of trying to give him a bit of a win on the Cobra setup too. And look, I mean, this particular collector easily could have said, mate, listen, you're stretching me pretty thin on the Stoner. I don't know if I can take the Cobra. So, it's all sales at the end of the day. Anyway, there you go. They're going out, and certainly they'll pop up at some stage. You'll see this collection, I'm sure, at some stage. I won't divulge too much, but this particular chap has some really, really nice radios. Some, a lot of them come from here. But a lot haven't too. But certainly, I think he's on his way to having some really nice gear. So the Cobra 2000, all chromed. Sorry, the other thing I was going to point out. Look, I've got to give this a polish at the moment. The chrome, it's just because I've just put spray on it, and as you'll see, as I spray it, I make more of a mess actually. It's my wife's got some proper cloths to actually that you use on. What do you use on? I'm trying to remember now. Oh, on fridges, stainless steel surfaces. And she saw me doing this earlier, and she said, if you want to clean that, go and get the proper Norwex, because we're big Norwex fans, cloth. And she's right, I'll go and get that after. And you can actually take that to look like perfect chrome very easily. But I was just getting the dust off. But anyway, okay, so Cobra 2000, definitely a one-off. You won't see another one like that one again. Stoner, that I would argue that you may not see again too. Look, these are desperately hard to get now. They are not items that you just wait for them to pop up on eBay, because especially the accessory bits, they're just impossible now. Those of you that are Stoner addicts, for what I've got left in Stoner now, certainly message me, talk to me. I'm only keeping maybe one or two of the Stoner radios. I'm pretty keen to keep the 10 meter Stoner. What have I done here? It's all right, just shut some drawers. The 10 meter mobile Stoner, I sort of like that, and I'll always keep one of the Pro 40s and just have that sort of in my own personal collection. But I haven't got the room in my personal shack actually to. I did have this in there, and it was taking up so much room, because you really do want to display it without any other gear around it. So it does take up a fair bit of room, but it is a really nice working base. Audio reports are fantastic off it. Similar with this here, I didn't actually get to use this one. I know that sounds a bit crazy. I think we did a service monitor check on it at one stage on a video, but on air this was a bit of a funny one, where this is completely legal to get on channel 35 and say, "G'day mate, how you going?" We're always pretty strict about the fact that when something doesn't meet type approval, we just don't need the hassles, and it's not like we're short of radios to use. Not a big 27 meg user, to be honest. You'll rarely ever hear me on there, but certainly I like having a bit of a listen now and again. Tells me what the 10 meter band's doing sometimes. Funny enough though, the 10 meter band, sometimes the 11 meter band can be going off Europe, booming in, and just stations everywhere, and you'll go up to 28,490 and you'll go, it's crickets, so you go, where is everybody? Although it has not been bad lately. 10 meters has definitely improved a bit, so with people getting more active over the holiday season. 73s, and there you go. Stoner and Cobra. Can I get the two in the shot? Nice way to finish off. In the kitchen as per usual. It's 36 degrees out there today, so we are freezing in here with the air conditioning, which is great, but I won't be going outside too much. Cheers guys, and you know who you are that's buying this. Thank you very much. Really appreciate your custom and everything that you've done with me. It's helped a lot to move forward. Had a few medical costs that I didn't expect, but that's okay. It hasn't sent me broke or anything, but it certainly made me watch the dollars a bit more. Never know what's coming up. All the best, 73s.